All right, we're going to get started in just a minute here. A reminder on what we'll be needing for the workout today, equipment-wise. Bands, we'll need a chair. If you don't have a chair, a stool or an ottoman will work as well. And also a heavy bag. The only thing we'll be using that heavy bag weight for is goblet squats. And that'll be holding the weight at your chest and doing a squat. So when you're thinking about what weight to choose for that, we'll be doing it for 45-second intervals. So I just want you to have a weight that feels challenging to get through that 45-second interval. So we're gonna start with a reverse lunge, overhead reach. So you're gonna take a step back behind you, sink down to a lunge, and then stretch those fingertips up to the ceiling as far as you can. And let's do this all on one side. Really important to reach up to the ceiling as far as you can. Trying to work in through that shoulder range of motion. Okay, so St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner for those who care, and we are going to be having a themed question for that today. And that is, what is your favorite green food and or beverage? So I'm going to go ahead and mute everyone here, but when I get to you, if you want to unmute yourself for your answer. So my healthy answer is avocado, but I tell you what, I really like pistachio ice cream. I had some lately from a local ice cream place. It was really good. Catherine, what about you? Green food or beverage? Me too. All right, switch sides, other leg back behind you. Liz and Jill, green food or beverage? Also a good one. Good summer vegetable. Arwen, what about you? Green food or vegetable? Those are really good, I agree. Okay, so we're gonna go into the next warm-up exercise. This is gonna be a frog squat, a deep frog squat. So you're gonna have your hands together in front of you and feet a little bit wider than hip width apart, and you're gonna sink down into a squat and touch the ground with those fingertips. So this is important warm-up because of the goblet squats that we're doing today. When you have your hands in front of you like this, the tendency is to kind of just lean forward and touch the ground. But what's really important with this and the goblet squat we're doing later is keeping that chest up tall. So imagine your torso sliding down towards the ground between two panes of glass. And that is also what we want to be doing with the goblet squats later on, is not leaning forward, but rather chest up nice and tall. So let's do this for a minute. Christina, do you have a favorite green food or beverage? Ooh, good one. What about you, Kemi? Green food or beverage? Ooh, that sounds delicious. I almost picked green beans too. All right, how about you, Becky? I heartily agree. Good pairing with baked Brussels sprouts. Okay. All right, Yev, what about you? Do you have a favorite green food or beverage? Sounds refreshing. Okay, one more warm-up exercise before we get started. We're gonna go into get our heart rate up a little bit and with some scissor jacks. So you're going to take opposite arm and leg forward, and you're either gonna jump or step forward. So you're just back and forth like this, getting yourself warmed up. Okay. So we have Beth and Patience. Either of you have a favorite green food or beverage? Yes. Okay. Have some agreement here. Good. Lorena, do you have a favorite green food or beverage? Olives, good one. Nice. All right. All right, and we are done warming up. Okay. So today's workout is a simple workout that will really work some of your larger muscle groups for strength. We have just 5 exercises that we're going to rotate through for the rest of the workout, with maybe a little core block at the end if we have time. But we're going to be doing 45 seconds of work with 15 seconds of rest in between all of the exercises. So with the strength focus that we do, we're going to try to work as heavy as we can, as slow as we can, and try to make it so we can barely get through that 45 seconds of work. So I will demonstrate what that means. First exercise is a push-up. Nobody is a stranger to those here. So whether you're doing it on a wall or a chair or the mat, just go at a slow pace. And if you don't get through the 45 seconds, that is okay. That just means you've worked to the extent that you can in that time frame. Number 2 is a goblet squat. So as I was saying with the warm-up, really want to focus on not letting your chest fall forward, but rather keeping your chest up nice and proud as you squat down with that weight. And you're focusing on really keeping a tight core too. A lot of core tension with that. Number 3, we're going to do a single arm band row. So those are not, we've done those, I think maybe even the last workout we did those. So you're going to be trapping the band under your front foot and rowing back with one hand. Number 4 is a plank. So here again, choosing the version of the plank that feels best for you. And number 5, final exercise, we're going to get into some good chair split squats or whatever you have at your disposal to put your foot behind you, whether it's an ottoman or a stool. And you're going to hop that front foot out a little bit, and then we're going to do slow tempo in those chair squats. Okay? So the way we're going to do this is we're going to pick one of those 5 exercises each round to keep coming back to as we rotate through the other exercises. So you'll see what I mean here. It's pretty straightforward, but what we're going to pick the first round is those chair squats. So we'll start with that, and then we'll rotate through the other exercises. So get in position with your chair or your stool, whatever you have chosen to use today for that split squat exercise. And we're going to get started here. Let's start with the right leg out in front. And we're going in 3, 2, and 1. So this is not a fast as you can. That will be Thursday, our next workout. That'll be kind of a fast as you can workout. But this one, every time you work strength, it's slow tempo reps, which gives us the best strength benefits out of the workout. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so we're gonna have 15 seconds between each exercise. We're gonna go into push-ups next. So Find your position for your push-ups, and we're starting in 3, 2, and push-ups. As always with these exercises, start out with what is most challenging, and then you can modify as you go along if you need to. If you want to start out on toes for push-ups, then switch to knees or switch to wall or chair. Just make sure to give yourself a good challenge to start out with. Okay, last 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so now we're back to those chair squats. We're going to put our left leg out in front this time. Right leg back on the chair. Starting in 3, 2, and 1. When you stand up out of these chair squats, really try to drive your force through the heel of that foot that's out in front of you. It's going to help take some stress off your knee and put it where it belongs, back in those glutes and in your thigh. Okay, we've got 10 seconds. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay, get your weight for the goblet squats next. And we're starting in 3, 2, and 1. Remember, we are sticking our chest out, sliding our torsos down between those two panes of glass, really doing our best to stay as upright as possible as we squat down, halfway through. And remember, always core tight. Feel that abdominal bracing as you lower and stand up. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay. We are back to the chair squats. Right leg in front. Left leg is behind. And 3, 2, and 1. Good. Here again, what I'm talking about is challenging yourself in the beginning of the set. So going as deep as you can, getting that left knee towards the mat or the floor as much as you can. And then if you need to not go as deep towards the end of the interval, that's fine. Just really push yourself for those first few in the beginning. All right, last 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. All right, so now we're going to go to the single arm band row. So pick your band that you're going to use, and we're going to go under the left foot. So step on the band with your left foot, have it underneath of your ball of your foot, and you're pulling up with the right hand towards the right hip, and go. Helps too if you want to lean that left forearm on that left thigh, just kind of support your body while you're doing this row. Excellent. So like I said, we're repeating all these exercises. So this first round can kind of be like a trial round for you, figuring out what band to use, how heavy you want your bag to be, if it's challenging enough, not or too challenging. And you can modify as we go through, depending on how your effort level feels this round. And we are pausing, and we're going back to the chair squats. Last time on the chair squats. Left leg in front. Or sorry, yeah, left leg in front, right leg back. And we're going in 3, 2, and 1. Last time for this one this round. Okay. Halfway through. Next up, we will be headed into our plank. All right, so whether you're on a chair for your plank or a mat, you're really pushing your hips down towards the ground to keep your body as straight as possible. 3, 2, and 1. So we are going to planks now. We'll get started in a couple seconds, so find your position. I'm gonna be on your forearms in 3, 2, 1, and we're planking. So even if you usually do planks on your knees, that's still a really good way to do planks. But if you usually do that, I would challenge yourself just for a couple seconds even to see if you can do it on your toes. And then you can always go to a version that feels best to you. But really push yourself, like I said, in the beginning of these intervals to do the hardest work that you can. Okay, and we're done in 3, 2, and 1. Okay. All right, so we're gonna rest for a minute before we hit the next round. So you grab a drink of water. So essentially how our rounds are gonna go today, we've got 3 more rounds of work. We're gonna pick one of the 5 to kind of rotate back to as we go through the other exercises. So the next round that we're doing, we're gonna be rotating through push-ups. So we'll be heading back to that one after every other exercise. A quick note about push-ups. So it seems like a pretty simple exercise, which it is, but there's some form things I would like to point out. So when you're pushing up, whether it's on a wall or a chair or a mat, one thing you want to think about is your shoulders. Sometimes I see clients and the tendency is to let their shoulders kind of come up as they do push-ups, and those muscles get really tight in your shoulders if you let that happen. So you really want to kind of push your shoulders down away from your ears. No matter what version of a push-up you're doing, that's going to be helpful to work your chest more, and also helpful to not create extra unnecessary tension in those shoulder muscles. So we are going to get started here with those push-ups. And just think about that. Think about sliding your shoulder blades down your back. Sometimes I say putting them in your back pockets. Whatever visualization works for you to kind of keep your shoulders down from your ears. And we're going into push-ups to 3, 2, and 1. And I also know some of you here like to use dumbbells for like a chest press instead of the push-ups. Same thing applies for keeping those shoulders down away from your ears. Always going to be a good move in that push-up range of motion. And 3, 2, and 1. Let's get after those goblet squats next. Grab your weight. And we're squatting in 3, 2, and 1. Let's do it. You know, I had a lot of practice with this yesterday. We went on a long walk and my dog couldn't finish the walk. Thankfully, she's only like a 15-pound dog. I carried her for about a half mile in this position. I wasn't squatting, but I was walking. So I was kind of thinking about, I was practicing for this move. All right, we got 20 seconds. Keep it up. 3, 2, and 1. All right. And we are going back to our push-ups in 3, 2, and 1. All right, keep it up halfway. Nice and slow. All right, final 10. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay. All right, so next up, we are headed into our planks. So find your position there for your plank. And we're starting in 3, 2, and 1. Do that. Remember, you're pressing your hips towards the ground. You're really drawing that belly button into your spine. So you got a lot of tension. You're not just hanging out on your arms, but you're really bracing and feeling it in your core. 20 seconds. All right, almost there. Keep holding. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay. All right. Stay in position for your push-ups next. And we're going in 3, 2, and push-ups. All right. Also with push-ups, you want to keep your elbows relatively close to your body. So you don't need to have your arms at a right angle from your body, but really keep them just a couple inches from your side. And that's going to be better for your shoulder movement as well. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay. We are going to the single leg chair squat. So we're going to switch halfway through. So we've just got like 22 seconds on the right, 22 seconds on the left. So let's stick the right foot out in front, left foot back on the chair, and we're going. Nice and slow here. We're only going to get a couple in on each side because of how slow we're going up and down. Excellent. I love what I'm seeing here. Keep it up, everyone. You're doing great. Switching sides in 3, 2, and 1. Other side. Three, 2, and 1. Okay, final time for push-ups in this round. Starts in about 10 seconds. Whew. And we are going for it. In 3, 2, 1. Show me your push-ups. All right, keep it up. Whew, 20 seconds left. Slow down and slow on the way up. Final few seconds, you've got this. In 3, 2, and 1. Okay, one more exercise before we take a little rest. We're gonna row, this time on the other side that we did from last time. So grab your band. This time we're rowing up with the left arm. So that means you're trapping that band underneath of your right foot. So step on that band with your right foot. And you're gonna pull back towards your hip with your left arm. You're pulling back with the left arm in 3, 2, and go. Here again, nice slow and controlled motion. This is another one where it's kind of easy to let that shoulder creep up to your ear if you're not paying attention for it. So just be on the lookout for that as you're rowing that band up, that you haven't let your shoulder come up to your ear, but rather you're pressing it down away from your ear. That'll also really help you work your back muscles more in this row. A couple more seconds here. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay, excellent job, everyone. All right, made it through the second round. All right, so we're gonna rest for a minute. I don't know if any of you have noticed, but you can probably see me a little bit better today. I installed some lighting in here yesterday. What you can't see is what's off the screen right now, but I am gonna give you a little behind the scenes picture right now. So I've got 2 of these guys on either side that is lighting me up today. So far, I think it's working out pretty well. I don't know, you could tell me, but I think I'm seeing myself a lot better on the screen, and I hope you are too. All right, so we're gonna get started in just a few seconds here with our next round. All right, so same format. This time, the exercise that we will keep coming back to is going to be the goblet squats. So we will start out with those and then work our way through the other exercises. So if you want to get your weights for the goblet squat. And we're starting that here in just a second. Okay. Hold on to that weight, keep it close to your chest. And we're squatting in 3, 2, and 1. Do this. All right, halfway through. Last 10 seconds. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we are going into a plank now. So find your plank position and get there. We're starting in 3, 2, and 1. Right. Pushing your butt down towards the ground, bracing in that core. And we're done in 3, 2, and 1. Okay. We are going back to the goblet squats. right. And we're squatting in 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Excellent form, everyone. I don't see anyone bending over, so look at you listening to me. Keeping that chest up tall as you squat. Excellent work. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're back at the chair for single leg squats now. So we're gonna do what we did last time, switching halfway through. Starting with your right leg in front, left leg back on the chair. We're going in 3, 2, and 1. These are okay to have a little forward lean. You don't want to completely bend over, but it's natural to have a little lean as you lower yourself towards the ground. And switch sides now. Left leg in front and go. Really driving your weight through the heel of the foot in front of you. And we're done in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, next, back to the goblet squats. Grab your handy weight. Hold on to that weight. We're gonna keep it as close to your chest as possible, and we are squatting. So I know we're all holding on to different things because you are crafty and ingenious and coming up with the weights that you need. But whatever it is that you're holding, just try to keep it up as high in your chest as you can. So you don't want to be holding it too low like this, but rather right up under your chin if you can. Good. Last 10 seconds. And 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to go back to the right-sided band row. So grab your band, go step on it with your left foot and left forearm kneels on that left side. So we're rowing back with the right arm in 3, 2, and right arm row. Another tip here is, in addition to keeping that shoulder down away from your ear on that right side, try pretending like you have a walnut between your shoulder blades and squeezing that walnut as you pull that right arm back to your hip. It's going to give you a little bit of extra posture work in those posture muscles in your upper back. You'll thank me when you're not stooping later. All right, everyone looks great. Keep it up in 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Final round for goblet squats this time on this round. We're going to pick that weight up and start with our goblet squats in 3, 2, and 1. So we do have a little bit of repetition today, but that is good. We're all perfecting our form on these exercises. I'm having a lot of opportunity to point out to you many things to think about with these exercises. And trust me when I tell you, everyone looks great with your form. You're doing great on this and all the other exercises. Good strength workout today for the full body. And we're done in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, push-ups are next. And then we're gonna rest. Head to your push-up position. Starting in 3, 2, and 1. Remember keeping those shoulders down away from the ears. Slow lowering and slow pushing back up. Halfway. Final 10. And 3, 2, and 1. Oh, okay. So we're going to rest for just a minute here. All right, and our last round is going to be starting with the planks. So that'll be getting our planks in between each of those exercises for the last round. I don't know if any of you saw my new chair here. It's I got it from Costco. It's actually a folding chair. So now I don't have to lug my dining room chair down here anymore for Fitcamp. It's a great chair. Took me a long time to figure out how to unfold it, but once I did, I'm really happy with it. It's working out well today. So I highly recommend it from Costco if anybody's looking for something like that. Comes in a 2-pack. All right, so just going to give you one little form thing to think about with the planks. As with everything, let's be careful with the shoulders, not letting them come up to the ears. I'm also going to give you a little visualization. So if you can see the plank here that I'm doing, what you can't see that I'm doing is I'm trying to pull my feet and my elbows towards each other. So I'm trying to pull my elbows this way. I'm not moving my elbows, but I'm trying to pull them that way. And I'm trying to pull my feet in as well. So in other words, visualize the mat being pulled up like this because my elbows and the tips of my toes are each pulling in towards each other. So if you want to visualize trying to do that with the mat, like pulling so hard in with your feet and so hard in with your elbows that your mat goes like this, just try that with the plank. And even if you're doing a plank on a chair, you can do that same visualization of trying to pull your elbows and your feet towards each other. Really changes how it feels. It makes you feel it a lot more in the core. So just food for thought. So let's get started here. Get in your plank position. Starting in 3, 2, and plank away. So even just a subtle pulling of your elbows towards your toes and your toes trying to pull them in towards your elbows really adds another level to the plank. Halfway. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we are goblet squatting now. Last goblet squat of the day. And pick up that weight. And we're going in 3, 2, and 1. The last round of these exercises, the fabulous 5, I have called it, because they are fabulous. They're working you from head to toe, and they are not easy, but you're doing it on this Monday morning that seems a little early, doesn't it? But we're doing it. And I'm proud of you for being here. Whether you are doing it now or doing the recording, I'm proud of you for getting it done. 10 seconds to go. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay, back to our plank. And we're starting. And 3, 2, and 1. Let's plank. All right, halfway through. Final 10 seconds. Keep holding it. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Oh, only 2 more planks in the workout today, guys. We got this. Single leg chair squat is next. Actually, we're doing push-ups next, sorry. Rewind, push-ups, and then we'll do squats after that. So head up to your push-up position. Last time for push-ups today. And we're going in 3, 2, and push up. Slowly lowering to the ground, slowly pressing up from the ground or the floor or the chair or the wall. Wherever you are, I am happy that you're here today, working with me. And we are done. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Last 2 planks, getting the first one out of the way right now. And we're starting with a plank in 3, 2, and 1. All right. Really keeping that butt down towards the ground halfway through. You've got this. Keep it up. Final 10 seconds. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Now we're going to the single leg chair squats. So we're gonna do half the time on each side. So get your right leg out in front, left leg back on the chair. Starting in 3, 2, and down. Slowly lowering that knee to the ground. Slowly pressing up through the heel of your right foot. And we're halfway through, so let's switch. Left leg out in front, right leg back in, down. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay, guess what? Last time you have to do a plank today. Promise. We're starting here. Just a second. Get in position for your plank. And let's go in 3, 2, last plank. All right, made it halfway through already. Keep that core tension. Pressing those hips towards the floor. Almost there. We're in the final 10 seconds now. Three, two, and one. Okay. Grab your band. One more single arm row, this time with your left arm. So you're going to trap the band under your right foot. And we're going. Rowing with that left arm in 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Some excellent rowers out there. Keep it up. Right on, halfway through here. Okay. We are finished in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so we just have a couple minutes left here, which we're going to finish off with some core work. And really just a couple minutes because we're close to the end and we have done a lot of work already, haven't we? So we're gonna do 2 different core exercises, 30 seconds apiece. And we're gonna go right into from one to the next. Minimal rest. Okay, so the first exercise is gonna be a slow leg bicycle. We have done that one before. Essentially, you have your feet up in the air like this, pressing the low back into the ground, and you are alternating those legs in and out. The second one is going to be an alternating single leg V up. Taking one leg up at a time like this. Arms go up and you're reaching up to the ankle. And then you're doing the opposite arm and leg. So you're just alternating which legs come up as you reach those straight arms up to the ankle. So let's get started with slow leg bicycles. This is the last couple minutes of our workout today. So you're doing great. Just gonna finish off with a little core. Starting with the slow leg bicycle, go. 30 seconds here, and then we'll switch and go right into those V-ups. Most important with this is making sure that low back is pressed hard against the ground. Really pretending you have something in that space in your low back to squash against the mat. Forcing that curve out of the spine there. And 3, 2, 1. Okay, alternating leg V-ups. So start with one leg straight up and reaching to the ankle. And then the other leg up and reaching to the ankle. You're just crunching up as much as you can, keeping your gaze straight above your head on a fixed point on the ceiling, even as you come up off the mat. And that's going to keep you in a safe neck position. 3, 2, 1. One more time around. Slow leg bicycles and go. Just think about that low back. A lot of tension in the lower abdominal muscles there. Feel it. Feels a certain kind of special after doing all those planks, doesn't it? But that's what we're doing. We're getting strong today. Keep it up. Last few seconds of work here, and those V-ups are next. And go. Halfway through. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay. I think we deserve some stretching. You deserve some stretching after all that work. So we're going to start out by working in the quad for a stretch. So I'm going to have you stand and pull one foot back. Ooh, really feel that quad stretch. Squeeze your glute. If you want a little extra pull in the front of your leg, that's going to intensify that stretch a little bit on that left, whatever side you have pulled back. If you squeeze that same glute, you'll feel an even better stretch there. All right, so show of thumbs up. Better lighting today? Thumbs up, thumbs down, maybe a little, yeah, okay. I see more thumbs up than anything else, so good. That's exciting. All right, switch sides on the quad stretch. Thursday's workout will be faster paced than today. It is a HIIT workout with cardio, so we'll be moving through things a little faster, getting the heart rate up a little bit more to switch it up. So that is going to be a workout that is fun and fast moving. Keep you on your toes. All right. Okay. You know we're doing something for your chest because of all those push-ups. So let's find a wall or a door frame. Place your hand on it. Keep your arms straight, but rotate your whole body away from your hand to really feel that good pull through your chest. We have our fitness assessment again already next week, so got some push-ups in there. So all of the workouts are designed to get you fitter, but also to help you do better on your fitness assessment. So getting ready for it from today's workout. Switch arms, other arm on the wall or the door frame, whatever you have there, rotating away. Get a nice stretch through that chest. Okay, so the next stretch we're going to do is going to involve a chair or whatever you have that you can lean on. Just watch me do this here. So this is going to be kind of for pulling in through your shoulder and through your lap a little bit. I'm just going to kind of kneel in front of the chair and place your elbows on the chair and just kind of let your head sink down through your arms. And what you're going to feel is a lovely stretching, pulling sensation through your shoulders and down into your upper back a little bit maybe. But after all the rowing and push-ups today, this should feel like a really good stretch for those muscles. A couple deep breaths here. Just let your head sink down towards the ground. We're just hanging out here for a few more seconds while we let those muscles relax. Speaking of relaxing muscles, I've got a stretch and roll for those of you who are doing that starting here in a few minutes at 8 a.m. And if you would just sign off, we're all going to sign off here. And anybody who's coming back to that class, go to the email, click on the link for the stretch and roll class, and we will get started with that momentarily. Okay. Good job, everyone. Great strength workout today. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you on Thursday, hopefully.